This is a SilvAssist version of the Apalachicola Hurricane Michael Recovery CSE. I am using the iOS version for the demonstration today. The window you are currently seeing is the navigation window. We have one stand with several plots in it. The orange triangles are unvisited plots. The two blue dots are visited plots. To navigate to the plot, you just click on the plot that you want to visit. And when the message pops up, just say navigate. And when you get close to the plot center, you get a message that you have arrived to the plot. Just say confirm. The first window you see is the plots tab. And we normally use this for information only and provides a quick glance snapshot of the plot. The tab is customizable. We pre-designate plots for the edge-height pair just to make sure the cruisers get enough edge-height pair. The green next to each plot indicates that this is an edge-height pair plot, and that the cruiser needs to collect edge-height pair. If the cruiser forgets to collect edge-height pair, there is a soft error check built in it, and it will alert the cruiser when he saves the plot. You can have multiple tabs in the mobile project depending on the data that you are collecting. Here we have seedling tab, sapling tab, tree tab, and downloading tab at the bottom. So let's go and enter some data and see how it works. Let's go to the seedling tab. When I enter the data, I will intentionally introduce some errors just to show how the error checks work. Here, for seedling data, we will be collecting species information, height, count, and if you have any comments, you can put comments in the comments field. So to enter the data, just click on it, and then the species list shows up at the bottom. In this case, I'm going to do /pine, and for height, we know that 0.5 foot height can only be on grass stage longleaf. But just to test the error check, I'm going to select 0.5 foot as the height. And then one count. Let's add one more. I will do loblolly pine, and then let's say 2 foot height class. Let's move to sapling. The same thing here. Click on the species. I'll do /pine, and then for diameter, it's 1 inch class. So I'll do 2 inch diameter, and height, it's a free entry. So let's say 10 foot. Let's move to tree tab. In the tree tab, for trees, we'll be collecting species, count, diameter, height, tree status, and then crown ratio. And on edge-height pair plots, we will be collecting edge-height pair. And keep in mind, this is an edge-height pair age plot, so we will be testing some data here when we enter the age. Let's do species, and I'm going to do a /pine, count of 1, diameter of 12 inches, and height, let's say 50 foot. And for tree status, it's either live or dead, but live is the default one, so we'll just put it as live. And then for crown ratio, it's 10% increment, so you can pick from the list. Let's do 30%. And for age, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to introduce some intentional error here. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to select water oak, put a diameter of 13 inches, 30-foot height, and then I'll put edge on the water oak just to show how the error check works. Let's say 25. Downwoody. And in the downwoody, we will be collecting large in diameter, small in diameter, and length. Let's do large in diameter of 12 inches, diameter of 10 inches. And we know small in diameter should be smaller than 10. So let's do here, I'm going to say 15 just to check the error check. And length of 10 foot. Right? So let's go back and review the tabs. The seedling tab, we have 2 pine seedlings, 1 slash, 1 loblolly, and we know there's 1 error in there. In the sapling tab, only 1 sapling. In the tree tab, we have 2 species here, 1 pine, 1 hardwood, and we know we have 1 error here. The age is on hardwood tree, and the error is built so that age can only be collected on pine trees. And in the downwoody, we have 1 record here with a 15-inch of small in diameter, which we know is error. So we are just doing that for the error check. Now let's save the plot. To save the plot, you just click on Save Plot. Right away, it throws out an error. 0.5 grass stage, only valid on longleaf. So this is a hard error check. So you will have to go and fix it before you can save the plot. Okay. Let's do 2 foot for that. And let's go back and save the plot again. Age only required on pine trees. This is a hard error check, so you will have to fix it because we intentionally entered error with underwater oak. So let's go back and fix it. 25. Okay, and let's save the plot again. Again, there's 1 error we introduced here, the small end diameter, which should be smaller than the diameter. So we have to fix it. So let's do that. 8. Let's go back and review what we did again. So we have 2 seedlings. Everything looks good there. Sapling, good there. Tree, everything looks good there. Downwoody, everything looks good there. Let's save the plot. So if everything is good according to the spec, it says your plot is saved. And the next thing you would do is click on Return to the Map. It'll take you to the navigation tab again, and then you go and visit the next plot.